like a Lego, yeah. Your bumper is a magnet. I stick on like a magnet. A magnet.
Yeah, it's magnetic. Join Sarojini on Caribbean Connections, Thursdays at 1. Walk through the sands with poetry from our great leaders and academics. Jive with us to soca, reggae, chutney, and calypso. Get your current cricket results, meet special guests, and more. Every Thursday, 11:30 Eastern, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time.
That thing just sticking on, sticking on, sticking on, sticking on me.
Run it! This one the hit, yo. Lady Sarojini. Bless up everyone. This is Jordan Ben from Jamaica here representing for the host, Lady Sarojini with the Caribbean Connection Show. Hey, Panwa 93.5 FM CHMR 11.
Pardon me, I'm another criminal, so get on your searching. But let me tell you though, if you never know, I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in my bag.
Hi, this is Vinod from New York City, and you're listening to Sarojini on the Caribbean Connections.
Welcome to Caribbean Connections, your weekly dose of Caribbean vibes, featuring poetry, cricket commentary, special guests, and more. I'm your host, Sarojini, and stay tuned for an hour of great Caribbean programming.
Morning neighbor, morning, morning neighbor, morning, morning neighbor, morning. I don't want your conniving morning. When you been a group, you not been tell me morning. But now because you money down, you hustle for tell me morning. Warrior, Gio go girl, away you go.
Caribbean Connection, CHMR 93.5 FM. Or on your dial, 93.5, or online, chrm.ca. I am your host, Sarojini. But also, we have a very special guest in the studio with us, interior designer, extraordinaire, and a dear friend of ours, my family and I, Rowena Courtney Williams. So don't touch that dial. In a few minutes, she will give us some wonderful tips on how to make our homes look really smashing for the holidays. But for now, let's ring in this beautiful Christmas, and we're going to hear the hip-swaying track by Byron Lee. It's going to be Christmas Soca Party. And of course, I would like to do a special shout out. And we're going to welcome everybody listening in St. John's and around the island, and in Toronto, Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Vancouver, Maple Ridge, New York, Connecticut, Washington, D.C., Warnemünde, Germany, by the beautiful Baltic Sea, Berlin, Germany, Naples, Italy, and New Delhi, India. Welcome back. I am your host, Sarojini. You're listening to Caribbean Connections here on CHMR 93.5 FM. And guys, we have here in the studio with us Rowena Courtney Williams. So I'll just tell you a little something about Rowena. She is, of course, an alumnus of Memorial for several years ago, but we wouldn't say how long. And after about 2 decades in communications with the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, she decided to continue with the company she founded, High Notions. Incidentally, she started High Notions while working with the RNC. Now, having decorated for the residence of the King of Qatar while he was here in Newfoundland and Labrador, also for TV personalities, premieres, government offices, and of course the arena where the Juno Awards were held, the Mile 1 Center, a few years ago. Rowena feels that she continues to be inspired with and to inspire all the clients that she has worked with, including Eric White and the former host Ambrose Price with HGTV. Now, in its 30th year, her decorating and design career has welcomed many folks from all walks of life, including myself. Rowena, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, the big question, how did you get into this decorating and design? Take us back a little bit to the beginning.
Well, I think I always had a little flair for it. I can remember coming from a small place like Woody Island when my mother's sister would send up clothes and things, and of course me being the skinny little thing, I wanted some of that clothes, and I didn't always fit into it. So I would go in the room and take the scissors and cut up the skirts and blouses and pants and make stuff for me. So of course that I was probably 8 years old, so I knew then that I had a little flair for this thing, and then but I just kind of hid it under the bushel, and I didn't do much until I got a little older, and then I realized that I had an interest in decorating. And
you actually, while you worked in communications with the Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, we had discussed, and I know this from knowing you for a few years too, you sort of did that on the side too, right?
Yeah. Yes, I always gave pointers to people and help when I could to give them ideas, and I had a big interest in houses, and I love to build them and decorate them.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have so many questions, and not to, take away from what you said, just to give people an idea how you got into this. So, the big question I find on a lot of people's mind is when Christmas time comes around, the colors, color of the tree, color of the decorations, color of everything. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah. Well, a lot of, what we do now, of course, one time it was just the regular, red and green and that. But now a lot of people match with their decor, your cushions your curtains. And you can have like royal blue and greens or aquas and yellows or pinks. Anything now goes for Christmas colors, and that you can go with the neutrals, the golds and silvers and that. But
so, say you're a standard traditional green tree, right? And I mean, here we are at Memorial. We have a cross section of people here. We've got professors, we've got the staff, we've got students, we've got people coming in to do all kinds of things at Memorial. So, for the benefit of the students, Christmas, if somebody just wants to go and put up one little tree just to, feel at home, say, suppose they're away from their family, whether they're an international student or they're living across the island and they want to do something, what is your recommendation on that?
Well, they can go out and cut a little tree, I guess, and make sure you put it in a bucket of water, but or to go to places like the thrift stores and the dollar stores and pick up your little tree, and you can get a lot of things at the Dollarama and places like that, and if they got something from their country, or like I say, most of it is very cheap at the dollar stores to put up a little tree, something memorabilia or whatever, and or something from your home that your parents had or whatever, and as I said, all colors go, so it just
right. And you're right, with the thrift stores. I mean, I love thrift shopping, and I go almost every season, things that you could even revamp and do yourself, even for outdoors. And right now, there are trees, there are decorations in big packages, right?
Yeah.
So are you talking something like that? Just grab something and put it together nicely. It doesn't have to be elaborate, right?
No, it doesn't have to be. It can be up on a table or in a corner, and sometimes you can even find little trees at those stores already decorated, And what I always do as well is to make the tree look even more exquisite. I fill in the bottom of the tree with a whole lot of a little, ornaments and things that make the bottom look full, and you can even make a few little boxes of presents to match up and put it under the tree,
Nowadays, you can get a lot of pre-lit trees. So what are your thoughts on that?
The pre-lit tree, there can't be anything made any better than a pre-lit tree. It's just, effortless. And, it's so easy to put it up, and lights are always so even. And if they go out, you can always fill in with a little string of lights, But it's a godsend, really.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people are actually moving into that, even if they still have their old ones.
And some people still like to go and cut their tree. It's a traditional thing, and that's totally up to them. But for me, I just use the artificial. And what I do is I go out and I buy a spray that smells like apples, or or a spiced apple, or pine, and I spray my tree and my wreaths, and that makes the house smell like I got a real Christmas tree.
You know what? That's an awesome idea, because my next question was going to be a real tree versus an artificial. Is there any advantage one over the other?
Well, like I find the trees that you buy are fluffier and fuller unless you get a real good tree. But for me, it's messy and I don't bother with them, but a lot of people don't now. But still, if that's what you like, fine, but it's still pretty and it smells good, but just got to be careful with drying out and that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was in the wonderful Newfoundland Chocolate Company. You go in there too,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
On Duckworth, and of course they've got it decorated so beautifully. And I notice a lot of skinny trees, like in groups of 3s or 2s,
Yes.
are coming back, and they actually look really good.
Yes.
So how would you feel, or what would you say about like a skinny tree in a corner
Yes.
somewhere?
Absolutely.
How would
If
you
you
get-
don't have the room in an apartment or in your house, you can put it in the corner and you can leave it, with sparse. Just put a few decorations on it, light it up or whatever. They're very beautiful and they're tall. And they're nice by a fireplace or in a little den or somewhere where you just want to make it look a little Christmassy when you're watching TV,
Right, and
But,
you touched on a good point where if you have a lack of space, and
Yes.
students can
Yes.
relate to that.
Of
and
course.
we all at one point at school,
Yes.
we had small apartments. I
Yeah.
know we did.
Yeah.
So having something in a corner
Yes.
that doesn't spread out
Yeah.
is a real good idea, right?
Yeah, I learned some of these little tricks from, the well-known St. John's decorator, Eric White. I learned a lot from Eric. We used to do the living room stores all around St. John's, and I learned a lot from Eric and how to fit things in little spaces and he's a great decorator.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Eric.
Yeah.
Here's Rowena. So, hey, listen, guys, we have a lot more to talk about with Rowena. So, in the meantime, in keeping with our beautiful conversation, we are going to hear one of my favorite groups, Pentatonics, Deck the Halls.
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Control the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 fa la la la. Ooh. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 fa la la la. See the blazing new before us, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus. Follow me in merry measure. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Oh yeah. Fa la la la. Fa la 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 la. Fa la la la. Fast away the old year passes. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Health and new year lads and lasses. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. See we joyous all together. Oh, heedless of the wind and weather. Fa la 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 la. Hey. Fa la 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 la. Oh, fa la 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 fa la la la. Oh, la 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 la. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Fa la la la
Welcome back. I am your host, Sarojini, and you're listening to Caribbean Connections, and we are celebrating Christmas here. And we have a very special guest in the studio here with us, Rowena Courtney Williams, and our interior designer extraordinaire. I love that title, Rowena. And we are talking about, of course, everybody's favorite topic this time of year, Christmas. So, Rowena, moving on, let's talk a little bit about wreaths. That's the big thing. I always feel like when you're coming into a house, the wreath tells the story of what is to come inside the house. So what are your thoughts, your tips and everything on finding not the best wreath, but maybe the right one for your door?
Yeah. The wreath is certainly the welcoming, point when you come to the door, or open your door, I guess. It'll welcome you, and you can match it with your interior, or you can have it, the traditional red and white. Certainly a welcoming accent to the door, and you can. You can buy the portable lights now, clear, or you can buy the multicolored lights. And you can just they're battery operated, so you can just tuck them in around the lights, and you can use 2 or 3 sets if you wish, and they don't freeze up, and you can light up your wreath on the outside of your door with these lights.
I noticed you brought in a little string there. Explain that one you have here in the studio, Rowena.
This is the multicolored one, and which I'm still, I'm from old school, and I still like the multicolored lights. I went off them for a while, and I like the white and that, but I think white's pretty in the summer on your patio or whatever, and it's still pretty Christmas time. But there's something about the old-fashioned greens and reds and blues that I really like, and this one I bought at Kent, and you can get them, I think, at the dollar store. They're just a little battery-operated thing, and you can put them on your wreath outside. And what I do is to make sure that my mesh and everything and my lights and whatever I put out, I make sure I use those cable ties, and I make sure that they're good and secure, and hold my lights and everything in place on the door, because your door gets a lot of activity, people coming and going. But with the cable, those cable strings, they're really good, and you can bring them in and adjust them and hold them really tight on that. They won't come off.
Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I'm always trying to stick my decorations in it. Like yesterday in St. John's and surrounding area, we had a lot of snow, not much wind, but still windy enough to move things. So you're saying that's a good idea to keep them in place,
to be no wind, take them down. The wreath will go first before that will go. But the best thing to use outside is plastic bulbs and that, so that if it does blow down, it doesn't break, and you can buy all different colors, and I do them all along my patio and that. And royal blue is very pretty outside when the snow comes down. Very pretty, And some people try to match with their house, but I always find the royal blue, and I use the white wreaths and lights on my coming up my staircase or stairway, and that the steps outside, and I find that that lit up with tied with these and the lights. It's and you can even add some of these lights into your into the decor outside with even into your pots outside if you wanted to. You could put these lights just down in your pot and make your pots light up your pots outside.
I mean, like, all of these seem pretty simple. Like, I mean, you said a lot of this you can get like at thrift stores or Dollarama.
Yes, so Dollarama is amazing. I mean, I can't believe the things that these stores carry. It's such a good price, and the quality is good.
Yes.
Little plug for Dollarama.
And also good for the students. A lot of us
for the students, of course,
unlimited budgets, right?
Yeah.
Well, Rowena, I'll tell you what, we're going to come back and, pardon me, talk more about Christmas. So take a sip of that water, take a break, and we will be right back, everybody.
Hey, this is Dean from Collective Soul, and you're listening to 93.5 CHMR.
Oh, I'm newly calibrated, all shiny and clean. There he goes. And oh, is that brilliant? That is a brilliant catch. What I was saying a moment ago, he's not had his best day in the field, Kieran Pollard.
All right, everybody, that is your cue for cricket, and I am going to bring you the latest scores. Cricket report for December 10th, 2020. West Indies kicked off their three-match T20 series against New Zealand in Auckland and were promptly sent into bat in overcast conditions. Two early rain delays resulted in the match being reduced to 16 overs aside, and Andre Fletcher, 34, with as assist from Brandon King, got the Windies off to a good start. Devastating spells from Lockie Ferguson, 5 for 21, and Stim Southee with 2 wickets had the West Indies in tatters as they lost 5 wickets for 1 run. Fabian Allen, 30 runs, and Kieron Pollard, 75, his highest T20 score, were able to stabilize the innings and take the West Indies to a competitive total of 180 runs. After an additional rain interruption, the target was revised down to 176, and Devon Conway led the way at the top of the order with 41 runs. An undefeated innings of 48 off 24 balls by Jimmy Nisham and 31 from Mitchell Santner saw New Zealand home to the win by 5 wickets. In the second match in Mount Maunganui, 65 not out from Devon Conway and a stunning 108 runs off 51 balls by Glenn Phillips saw New Zealand to 238 for 3, their third highest T20 score. After a delayed start in the second match in Mount Maunganui, the Kiwis were off to a good start with 34 runs from Martin Guptill and 65 not out from Devon Conway. Glenn Phillips, however, put his mark on the match with a stunning 108 runs off 51 balls, which saw New Zealand to 238 for 3, their third highest ever T20 score. An amazing bowling spell from Kyle Jameson, who took 2 wickets in 4 overs for 15 runs, led the Kiwi attack, and they never allowed the Windies batsmen to get on top of the bowling. Though 5 West Indian batsmen reached the 20s, no one made it to 30, and they were dismissed for 166 to give New Zealand a 72-run victory. Heavy rain curtailed the final match after just 2 overs, and the no result gave New Zealand a 2-0 win in the T20 International Series.
It's that time again. The biggest party of sport is back. The defending champion is back. DK, are you ready? East, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this, we say east, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this, hey, you know that we run the road. Represent the country when we bowl them up. That's how we bowl them up. Hey, we stop them out on my one. The other teams can't touch me cause we bowl them up. That's how we bowl them. So we them 6, yes, right them to 6. No set them I get licked, so we them 6. Yes, right them to 6. No set them I get licked, so we them 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Tell them we ain't them to 6, and no set them I get licked, so we tell them, you know that we run the road. Represent the country when we bowl them up. That's how we bowl them up. it. All I take it as a east, west, we's the champion. North, south, we's the champion. All round, we's the champion. So we tell them this, we say the east, west, we's the champion. North, south, we's the champion. All round, we's the champion. So we tell them this, hey, you know that we run the roads, represent the country when we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them out. Hey, we stop them out one by one. The other teams can't touch me 'cause we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them. Dara Bravo, Colin Monroe, Dina Shamden, and Chrislin. Dara Bravo, Colin Monroe, Dina Shamden, and Chrislin. DKR, this is for you.
All right, you just heard the great vibes of DJ Bravo. Bowl them out. And that was the great cricket song for the Trinbago Night Riders theme song. My name is Sarojini. I'm the host of Caribbean Connections. All this month, we are doing a Caribbean Christmas kind of theme. And of course, I have here in the studios with me Rowena Courtney Williams, interior decorator and designer of High Notions. And I like to call her extraordinaire. Of course, Rowena, we are going to continue with our conversation. It's informal, guys. You know, we don't want to make it too formal, but one of the things we stopped at were lights, you know, before we went into the cricket break.
Yes.
And of course, if you want to continue on with lights inside, like say on the tree or on the staircase or anything like this, what are your recommendations?
Well, staircases is my forte.
I know that.
Yes. I like the staircase. The first thing I do, especially now we're in a new home, is I always cover the staircase with, I don't use tinfoil, I use the saran wrap. And I cover the staircase first in saran wrap because some of these garlands and it can have wires in it and it can scratch your staircase. So what I do is I cover it with saran wrap, and then I put on the garland. And this year I'm using white, you know. And you can. What I do then is I put my bulbs on in the middle and hang some down each side of the staircase, so that when you walk up the staircase, there's little ornaments hanging down, and on the other, and when you come in, you can see the staircase with them hanging on the opposite side. Mm-hmm. And then what I do then is I put the mesh over that, so that the ornaments are kind of, some of them are underneath the mesh, mm-hmm. and that looks kind of pretty, just peeking out through under the mesh, you know?
But that seems like it is very detailed from what you're saying. So one would have to put aside a bit of time to do this. Am I right?
Yeah. And then your lights, you know, you have your lights, and I've done purple, and it's really pretty. Like, and then when I get down to the bottom of the staircase, I just make a big explosion at the end. I just roll up my garland, mm-hmm. and then I put feathers and, you know, gold feathers and purple feathers, whatever, to come out of it, like a big explosion. And then I put some gold bulbs in it. So when you walk in the house, you got. First thing that meets you, you know, is your staircase, you know, with the explosion on the front, and it's very pretty, you know.
So, like we said earlier in our little conversation, the wreath on the front door is very important, you know, in setting the theme for coming into the house. So then I would say your staircase might be the second best, right?
Yes, the next thing, when you open the door, most people, you'll see the staircase, you know, mm-hmm. and that's, you know, that can be very inviting to, you know, mm-hmm. and like I said, I use the colored lights, and sometimes I use the white lights, you know, right. And I'm, you know, like, I don't like skimpy decorating, so I usually have it a nice fluffy garland, mm-hmm. you know, and whatever color garland I use on my staircase will be identical to my tree and my fireplace. It will be all a match.
I see. So does it have to match like your wreath, like the color scheme or theme you used on the wreath on your front door? Does it have to, or you can kind of be adventuresome with that?
Oh, you can be adventurous. It doesn't matter. You know, you can have the traditional reds and greens outside, or you can go with pink and white, which I'm doing with gold this year, and to match the decor. And I will be doing the fireplace with the same colors, and I have a white tree this year, and I will be doing the pink and gold and on a white tree, and I have a little gold tree as well that I'll be using in the corner where I got a little space to use that tree, you know.
Right. So, my gosh, you certainly have your job cut out for you, right?
Real soon. Yeah.
Now, we talked about these lights. Like, I know for me, I do the lights on the staircase, but these are plug-ins, right?
Yes.
So, of course, when you run the cords, you kind of have to hide them somehow underneath the lip of the stairs so they don't show. And I like the idea you said about these battery-operated lights. So, are you thinking that would be a great idea for the staircase, perhaps?
You need a lot of them to do that.
Okay.
You know, and most people got to plug in somewhere around, you know, either upstairs at the top of the staircase or down at the bottom. And you know, if not, you can just use the portable ones. But the other ones are they're brighter. And, you know,
I find the ones you plug in are brighter.
Are brighter.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what. We're just gonna take another little break, but. We talked about being inviting.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a beautiful song here.
Yeah.
And I know I'm playing Pentatonics a lot, but they just have such pretty songs to listen to. And this one I've chosen for the occasion. I'll Be Home for Christmas.
I'll be home for Christmas. I'll be home. I'll be home. I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents on the tree.
The wonderful rhythms of Pentatonics, I'll Be Home for Christmas. And this is one of Rowena's favorite song. It's called Blue Christmas, but it's going to be Caribbean style. Have fun, guys.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when those blue snowflakes starts falling, that's when those blue memories starts calling. You'll be doing alright with your Christmas of white, but then have a blue Christmas.
John Holt, and that was Blue Christmas. My name is Sarojini, and I am the host of Caribbean Connections. We have here in the studio with us today Rowena Courtney Williams, interior decorator and designer. We will be right back.
Volunteering. It can begin with the simplest of gestures. A gift of time, energy, commitment. Something precious that grows stronger with every hand that touches it, and grows across communities and through the very fabric of our nation, and begins, once again, with the simplest of gestures. To Canada's 6.5 million volunteers, thanks. A message from Volunteer Canada, the Government of Canada, and this station.
If you're a chronic nostalgic who loves the music of Newfoundland and Labrador, tune in to the Newfound Records Radio Hour on CHMR Saturdays at noon. Join host Wayne Tucker as he shines a light on rare gems retrieved from the vinyl deeps and supplements the music of the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s with a generous sprinkling of history and trivia. Relive all kinds of local music, traditional, folk, country, pop, rock, and everything in between. So whether you're a sentimental old-timer who's stuck in a vinyl groove or a newbie eager to hear hard-to-find roots music of Newfoundland and Labrador, tune in to the Newfound Records Radio Hour on Saturdays at noon, where the unexpected is the norm.
Real time. Real audio. Real radio. www.mun.ca/CHMR.
Welcome back. My name is Sarojini, and I'm the host of Caribbean Connections. The station here is alive and well with Christmas lights and lots of Christmas tips here from Rowena Courtney Williams. We're talking about making your house look extra special. And of course, many of you would have heard by now, you don't need to break the bank you can do it on a budget. So, Rowena, we stopped at the railing, so that is a good place to move into your mantle, your fireplace. So, how would you decorate that?
I make sure it's nice and full. I don't like just a skimpy garland across the fireplace, you know. I like to fill the fireplace in, and if you got something pretty you'd like to stand up into the garland, you can stand it up there, and make sure it's tied on good.
Yeah, especially if it's a real fireplace,
Yes.
not like an electric.
You
or
make sure it's
propane.
tied on good on the back of the fireplace. You can put a little nail, or on the side of your door. You can, if it's close to your little, you know, the door, you can put a little nail there to hold it, because it will go forward.
Yeah,
It will.
I
Yeah.
actually went into some of these hardware stores, like, you know, Home Hardware in Conception Bay South, where I live, and so on. And nowadays they're selling these stick-on thingies where
two-way tape is good.
Yeah, they don't
Yes.
make a mess, but they also have
Yes.
a hook, and
Yes.
you can take them off afterwards,
Yes.
and they don't leave a mess. They don't take the paint off.
No.
Would that kind
Yes.
of work to hold some of these in place, would you say?
Absolutely, yeah. You can use those little hooks, or you can use two-way tape, and it'll stick, and it doesn't damage, you know. You can hook your fireplace on. If you don't hook your garland, it's going to fall to the front, especially if you got heavy things on it. So I tend to go heavier on one side of the fireplace than I do the rest. I will go to the left or right or whatever, and I will make a real big, almost like a big ball, of like the topiary tree. Make a big top like that, and sometimes I use my topiary tree and I put it into the fireplace and hide it and use it on the end, and then I make an explosion to match my staircase. So I'd have an explosion on the front of the staircase, and then I make the one on the fireplace to match, and I do an explosion there right on the corner. And you can hang it, keep that one tight to the top of the fireplace, but if you want to hang the other side down, you can hang down, say, 3/4 of the way or whatever, you know.
Yeah, and I've seen your work with different types of fireplaces you've done in your homes. You know, you're in a new one now, and I saw that last year. And you do a really great job, and it's beautiful. But I also noticed several years ago you did a lot of work on one of them, but last year I noticed you made it more subdued. So, I mean, some people don't want to put a lot of it on top the mantle.
Yeah.
So if you're only, say, putting 3 things you want to put, what would you recommend? What 3 things would you recommend, or 4?
Well, I love big ornaments.
Okay.
You know, so I usually, like for me, 3 wouldn't go very far.
I know that.
But I use the big ornaments on the right hand. Say if I had the explosion on the left, I'll go to the right and I'll hang the big ornaments hanging right off down over. And I have done like candelabras right over the fireplace as well to match, and then I string my lights up to that and light that up too. But I haven't put any holes in the ceilings in this place yet. But I have done it, and but I usually go, you can put some people like those little houses and stables and things like that. You know, I'm not into that much, but you can put them in as well.
Okay.
I don't like it when people just put a little bit of, white. But it's not foam, but it's just this white,
Does it look like snow?
Yeah, I don't like it when they just, put that there and then they put the houses on top of it. It doesn't do anything for me.
Okay.
I like poking it in amongst it, and and going a little bit elaborate. But no, 3 ornaments wouldn't do me. That would only be enough for an inch, 2 inches on one side.
Right.
But I go to the like I say, I would go to I do the whole thing, and I will stand up some big ornaments or whatever, something special. I'll stand it up into the garland. And then my lights, of course, and everything. And it's heavy. It can get a bit heavy, And then I go to the right side and hang all the beautiful bulbs down, and,
Awesome. Well, listen, I mean, a lot of students are probably hearing this and listening to the show. So, again, on a budget, you could make it simple. Like, right?
Yeah.
In that case, I know 3 wouldn't go far for you or 4, but for students, they could put some things that may remind them of home wherever they're from.
They can just use the one garland and you know,
lights.
and lights, and you know, if they don't have crinoline or the little mesh stuff, they can just, you know, add a few bulbs into it just to make it Christmassy, you know.
Right.
And another thing I do is nice too. Is I turn on my TV and it has a fireplace. There's a channel where the fireplace, and you can turn that on, and you get the cracking of the fireplace in the background. And people have come in and almost thought I had a fire lit, you know.
Wow, you know, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
I've done that.
And me too,
yeah.
just for ambiance.
Yes, yeah.
You know.
You know what? I can't believe we're coming to the end of the show, but to wrap up, what are your final thoughts? We've said a lot here, but if you were to tell us one thing.
Well, some people are allergic to sprays, and that. But you know, I've noticed around that you can get the organic sprays and organic candles, and you know, like just be careful. I find that the battery-operated little lights are great for dinner. You don't have to go worrying about whether, you know, they're going to run off on their tablecloth or anything. But the little battery-operated ones are great, you know, and there's so much out there now. But like I say, the organic sprays and the organic candles and the little lights and you know, and I put some on the plates if I'm doing tables is one of my fortes too. I love to do the table.
Yes.
And I put those lights, those on the plates as I go along, and with their name and that, you know, and all that makes a difference. And it doesn't have to be expensive, like I said. You know, you can have, you know, your simple, you know, or you can go elaborate like I do.
I know. I want to thank you all for tapping into today's program. And of course, a very special thank you to you, Rowena, for sharing your tips, sharing your knowledge with us so we can all have a fabulous, inviting, and welcoming home for Christmas. And you students who are studying, I want to wish you all well. I know it's a hard time you're going through, but tap into Caribbean Connections if you want to take the stress away. My email is caribbeanconnections2018@gmail.com. And again, a big thank you to Rowena for coming in today. And as you all hang your Christmas stockings and decorations and wreaths, I hope it will bring you joy, love, laughter, and the beauty of Christmas spirit into your home and lives. So as I say farewell, I want you to stay well, stay healthy until next week, and enjoy your weekend. And we're going to close out with another favorite of mine. It's such a beautiful song to track to tie everything together. And it is the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, Christmas Eve in Sarajevo. Bye for now, and take care.
Gale, oh yeah. Your bumper is a magnet. I stick on like a magnet.
Yeah, it's magnetic. Join Sarojini on Caribbean Connections, Thursdays at 1. Walk through the sands with poetry from our great leaders and academics. Jive with us to soca, reggae, chutney, and calypso. Get your current cricket results, meet special guests, and more. Every Thursday, 11:30 Eastern, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time.
Run it! This one the hit, yo. Ladies Sarojini. Bless up everyone. This is Jordan Ben from Jamaica here representing. For the most, the host, Lady Sarojini with the Caribbean Connection Show. Hey, Panwa, 93.5 FM, CHMR 11.
Pardon me, I'm a criminal, so get on your searching. But let me tell you though, if you never know, I'm an island man with an African culture. No drugs, no in my bag.
No man success most do not see. The strong woman standing next to him. Everybody want to be single and free. But what will happen when they get real lonely?
مساء الخير وأهلا بكم. إن شاء الله تكونوا بخير اليوم. أنتم تستمعون لسروجيني على برنامج Caribbean Connections CHMR.ca 93.5 93.5 FM. السلام عليكم.
Hey, welcome to this awesome Thursday here on Caribbean Connections. I want to thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to be here with us. A very special thank you to those listening from around the island of Newfoundland and Labrador in Toronto, Regina, Saskatoon, Calgary, Maple Ridge and Roberts Creek, and all of you along the Sunshine Coast. Welcome and moving across the border, New York, Connecticut, Washington, D.C., and crossing over to the Atlantic, Warnemünde and Berlin, Germany, in the UK, in New Delhi, India, and of course, big up in the Bahamas and Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana. What's up, y'all? And all over the Caribbean. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. It's so great to have you here. We're going to kick off this great day with Master KG and Jerusalem.
Jerusalem, ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalem ikayalami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami
Jerusalema, Master KG featuring Nomchibo, kicking off today's program here on Caribbean Connections.
Mommy, you cry. Papi, you cry. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Mommy, you cry. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food, my mouth full of white squall. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food at all. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food, my mouth full of white squall. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food at all. Mama says she finally could job for me. Worky, worky, in a one factory. Check a boss man, him say, why I am me. Say me look fit strong and me healthy. With what me working on the laundry. They want me work from 7 to 3:30. Work from 11 to 7:30. When payday come, a low salary. Can't pay me rent, neither buy me grocery. Never see one rasta dead for hungry. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food, my mouth full of white squall. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food at all. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food, my mouth full of white squall. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food at all. Sister woulda like to wear a finger ring. Me say on her feet a 2 pair of stockings. Sure, inna she hear a man a couple ear pin. She don't have money fi buy anything. Gone downtown every day go juggling. Just we get some feed it for a baby we crying. Yes, every day man a pay suffering. No cause for the hate of the real warming. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food, me mouth full of white squall. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. Can't get no food at all. Mommy, you cry. Daddy, you ball. So she finally could jump for me. Worky, worky, in a one fan check. Check a boss man, him say, wow, I am me. Say me look fit strong and me healthy. We spot me working at the laundry. They want me work from 7 to 3:30. Work from 11 to 7:30. When payday come, a low salary. After pay me rent and can't buy grocery. Never see one rasta dead for hungry. Mommy you cry, daddy you ball. Can't get no food, me mouth full of white scroll. Mommy you cry, daddy you ball. Can't get no food at all. Mommy you cry, daddy you ball. Can't get no food, me mouth full of white squall. Mommy you cry, daddy you ball. Can't get no food.
It's a dancehall thing.
She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite.
You know you so full of it, but you so clever. You still have to make a you design to be the dancer. If for me alone, I would have turned you in a me lover. Girl, you want me near me, want to knock you with me hammer. Then make me get back and track ya, mass ya. First time me see you, me da walk in a maca. No me see you when me want to burn up in a fire. All up in a phones like a thinking filler with a girl ya wine. She look like mama killer. One touch me, it burn me like pepper. But you the DJ out on me Allah. She will no walk forever, you Allah.
She is the dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight to check out my shop, the place like dynamite.
Contest a go on for the dancehall queen, who already crowned on the one all of fame. Well, I'm out the house when Miss Lady come in. Then everybody starts screaming, sing. Where the girl come from, nobody don't know. She's a devil angel and she's a go-go. Is this girl human and she's a yo-yo? Ask me, I don't know, but all me know. When me get chop down African star, me see bus, me see truck, me see bike, me see car. Night time come and video light it turn on. Her body start to alarm, can't
Watch me
keep
now,
calm.
she can conk any session with a cute face, a create enough heat in the place. Try not touch a button, if you touch a button, she go try and do you something. Go girl, for me not stop say so. Go girl, to the rhythm where I show. Go girl, to the bass where I go. Go girl, she can conk any session with a cute face, a create enough heat in the place. Try not touch a button, if you touch a button, she go try and do you something. You just go girl. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight, and I'ma shut the dance like dynamite. She's a dancehall queen for life, gonna explode like dynamite, and she's moving out of sight, and I'ma shut the dance like dynamite. I'ma say go girl, for me not stop say so. Go girl, to the rhythm where I show. Go girl, to the bass where I go. Go girl, I'ma say go girl, for me not stop say so. Go girl, to the rhythm where I show. Go girl, to the bass where I go. Go girl,
Walk and live, talk and bumbuckler dead.
All right, getting you into the party mood for this coming weekend. That was Dancehall Queen by Billy Man and Chevelle Franklin. And of course, kicking off today's program at the beginning, we heard Jerusalem by Master KG featuring Nonsebo, and of course Jack Cutter, Canadian from Montreal, and Cry. Well, I should say Jamaican Canadian from Montreal, and that was Cry. And one of my favorites by Estelle and Taurus Riley, Love Like Ours. Hang tight, guys. We're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Don't go away.
Every second, someone flees their home due to natural disasters. The Arctic ice that regulates our planet's weather is vanishing. That means floods, famine, and more are on the rise. But there's a simple solution, and you have the right to know. My name is Parvati. Please join me in creating a healthy future with MAPS, the Marine Arctic Peace Sanctuary. Get involved at parvati.org, parvati.org. It literally means the world.
The future of animals everywhere is at risk. In the last 40 years, over half of the world's animal populations have disappeared. Biodiversity is in crisis, and we need to do something now to reverse this alarming trend. Earth Rangers knows that no one cares more about animals than our children, and by providing them with the tools and the inspiration to take action, kids can make a real difference to the survival of wildlife. Already, thousands of children across Canada are joining forces as Earth Rangers to help protect animals and their habitats. To get your child involved or to make a donation, please visit earthrangers.com.
Looking for Canadian-specific women's health information? The Centres of Excellence for Women's Health bring you innovative research on women's health from a distinctly Canadian perspective. Our qualitative studies take into account the biological factors as well as the economic and social factors affecting women's health in Canada. We also support citizen engagement in health research and policy development. New publications focus on the status of Aboriginal women's health, rural and remote women's health, midwifery, HIV and AIDS, girls and smoking, breast implants, and much, much more. Visit our website at www.centers.ca or call us toll-free at 1-888-818-9172 for more details. The Centers of Excellence for Women's Health, bringing community and research partners together to improve women's health.
The Centers of Excellence for Women's Health program is funded by the Women's Health Bureau, Health Canada.
Listen to Global Frequencies, a new program celebrating diversity in Newfoundland and Labrador, covering topics pertinent to the diversification of the province, multiculturalism, immigrant businesses, anti-racism, integration, economic growth, and more. Every second Wednesday, 7 p.m. on CHMR 93.5 FM and on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. This program is presented by the Association for New Canadians and CHMR 93.5 FM with funding from Community Radio Fund of Canada, Atlantic Canada's Opportunities Agency, and the Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism. Global Frequencies. Diverse province, diverse voices.
way up in the sky, little lamb. Do you see what I see? I see a star, dancing in the night with a tail as big as a kite, with a tail as big as a kite. Said the little lamb to the shepherd boy, do you hear what I hear? I hear, ringing through the night, shepherd boy. Do you hear what I hear? I hear a song, high above the tree, with a voice as big as the sea, with a voice as big as the sea. Said the shepherd boy to the mighty king, do you know what I know? I know, in your palace, oh mighty king. Do you know what I know? I know, a child shivers in the cold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Let us bring him silver and gold. Said the king to the people everywhere, listen to what I say. There'll be peace, people everywhere. Listen to what I say. A child, sleeping in the night. He will bring us goodness and light. He will bring us goodness and light. Do you hear what I hear? I hear. Do you see what I see? I see. Do you know what I know? I know. Listen to what I say. Do you hear what I hear? I hear. Do you see what I see? I see.
All right, getting you into the Christmas spirit. Guyanese American, Terry Gadraj, and that was Do You Hear? And before that, you cannot forget the Christmas Soca Party by Byron Lee. Stay with us, guys. We're going to be right back.
Listen to Global Frequencies, a new program celebrating diversity in Newfoundland and Labrador, covering topics pertinent to the diversification of the province, multiculturalism, immigrant businesses, anti-racism, integration, economic growth, and more. Every second Wednesday, 7 p.m. on CHMR 93.5 FM and on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and Google Podcast. This program is presented by the Association for New Canadians and CHMR 93.5 FM with funding from Community Radio Fund of Canada, Atlantic Canada's Opportunities Agency, and the Office of Immigration and Multiculturalism. Global Frequencies. Diverse province, diverse voices.
Hi, it's Craig Mills, host of Eastern Passage. Tune in Sundays at 5 p.m. for the finest in East Coast contemporary folk, right here on 93.5 CHRM-FM and online at chmr.ca.
Hey there, take a listen at this. All this. All this too. My name is Ugwede Ikechukwu. Join me every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. where we do everything Africa. From the music to the current news to the history, from the Horn of Africa up to the north to the west and down to the south. And again, back here to St. John's. That's every Tuesday evening at 7 p.m. right here on the One African Show.
Friday morning markout. 8 a.m. Newfoundland time or 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on CHRM 93.5 FM.
The closest ones, meanwhile.
You're not quite what I expected. I beg your pardon if I seem dejected. From a colony you once neglected. Outside child coming home. America had the muscle but you had the mind. They had the bustle but you had the design. Which one works together like rope from twine. I thought as I walked up the serpentine in you, London town. It was the middle of March and I was walking around London town. Didn't know a soul so I walked all around London town. Feeling like a ship which had run aground in you, London town. We once wanted to be like you. Bowler hat, gabardine suit, now we hip an empire closer to home. Mimic men to the end, you build it in our bones. We would imagine you in the metropole. We the fragment, you were the whole. We were the flesh, you were the mind and soul. At least that's how we heard the story told by you, London town. It was the middle of March and I was walking around London town. Didn't know a soul so I walked all around London town. Feeling like a ship which had run aground in you, London town. London, your sun is set, but the night has not quite fallen yet. All the stars caught in your galaxy, they flicker like lamps in your city, in you, London town. Walking the streets, history crashing all around London town. Oh, bells ringing, I can hear the sound through you, London town. You're not come that I expected. I beg your pardon if I seem dejected. From a colony once neglected. Outside child coming home. Long time London since your flag came down. Long time since we moved along. But now I see just how entwined we were left by the years that we left behind with you, London town. It was the middle of March and I was walking around London town. Didn't know a soul so I walked all around London town. Feeling like a ship which had run aground in you, London town.
Cobo Town, and that was London Town. Our boys from Toronto, and there's about 7 members of the band and a group I've had the awesome pleasure to interview a couple of years ago when they came to our fair city right here in St. John's, Newfoundland for the Tombolo Multicultural Festival. And that track was called London Town, Juno Award winning group Cobo Town.
When we dancing, hey, you are my king, I'm your queen. We don't have nobody in between.
Live from Toronto, this is DJ Eruption. You're listening to Sorogine from Caribbean Connections. Peace out.
Then you hold my bumper and grind.
Cricket Report, December 3rd, 2020. After an extended quarantine period following their arrival in New Zealand, West Indies had a chance to get some match practice in with a warm-up contest against the New Zealand A-team. Training exercises were curtailed a few days earlier than expected after an isolation bubble breach, and the lack of practice showed as the Windies bowlers took some time to get into their stride. Opener Rachin Ravindra made the most of it to score a century as New Zealand declared at 308 for 3. When the West Indies went into bat, the top order were quick to get going, and Darren Bravo led the way with 135 runs, while Shamaro Brooks made 80. Craig Brathwaite and Boston Chase also reached the 40s to take West Indies to 366 all out. The bowlers found it easier to get into their groove the second time around, when both Kamar Roach and Shannon Gabriel had especially good spells. The Test team will have a chance at a second 4-day practice match, while the T20 squad commence their series next week.
It's that time again. The biggest party in sport is back. The defending champions is back. TKR, are you ready? East, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this. We say east, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this. Hey, you know that we love me love. Represent the country when we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them out. Hey, we stop them out one by one. The other teams can't touch me cause we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them. So we there for 6. Yes, try them for 6. No set them I get licked. So we there for 6. Yes, try them for 6. No set them I get licked. So we there for 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Tell them yeah, them for 6 and no set them I get licked. So we tell them, you know that we run me round. Represent the country when we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them out. Hey, we stop them out one by one. The other teams can't touch me cause we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them. Tell them it's the wicked, 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 wicked. Student alright, tell them it's wicked, 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 wicked. Super Cooper, tell them it's wicked, 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 wicked. Even Miller, tell them it's wicked, 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 wicked. All I TKR, so it's east, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this. We say east, west, we're the champions. North, south, we're the champions. All road, we're the champions. So we tell them this. Hey, you know that we run the road. Represent the country when we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them out. Hey, we stop them out one by one. The other teams can't touch me cause we bowl them out. That's how we bowl them. Darren Bravo, Colin Monroe, Dina Shamden, and Chrislin. Darren Bravo, Colin Monroe, Dina Shamden, and Chrislin. TKR, this is for you.
Hi, this is Vinod from New York City, and you're listening to Sarojini on the Caribbean Connections.
Welcome back. I want to thank you all for staying with me throughout the program. We are coming to the end soon, but not quite. We just have room for maybe a couple more tracks. But please take care, stay well, follow the health officials still, wear your mask, wash your hands, and physical distance. And just before we went to break, you heard DJ Bravo, ex-cricketer, and that was Bowl Them Out. So let's give it up now for Cynthia Schloss, Am I That Easy to Forget?
You say you found somebody new. I just can't let you walk away. Forget the love I had for you. Guess I could find somebody new. But I don't want no one but you. How could you leave without regret? Am I that easy to forget? Before you leave, be sure you find you want her love much more than mine. For I'll just say we never met. I'm not that easy to forget. Before you leave, be sure you find you want her love much more than mine. 'Cause I'll just say we've never met. Am I that easy to forget? You say you found somebody new, but that won't stop my loving you. How could you leave without regret? I'm not that easy to forget. You say you found somebody new, but that won't stop my loving you. How could you leave without regret? I'm not that easy to forget. Am I that easy to forget? Am I that easy to forget? I'm not that easy to forget.
Am I That Easy to Forget by Cynthia Slush. Well, I want to thank you all for tapping into today's program. I certainly hope that you've enjoyed the entire program. First, we had the interview with Indranil Malik, certainly a very, very interesting and invigorating discussion. I certainly enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. And of course, we moved on to part 2, where we played for you some awesome Caribbean tunes and Caribbean Christmas tunes. Please join me again here next week, same time, same place, 1 p.m. Newfoundland time, 11:30 Eastern. Stay well and healthy, take care of yourselves and of each other, and please wear your mask and do all the right things to keep yourself safe, healthy, and your loved ones. And we're gonna have the trade winds take us out with Bethlehem. Bye for now.
It happened this way, the story said in Bethlehem. A little baby lay on a bale of hay in Bethlehem. No room to rent, no place to sleep, born in a manger smelling of sheep. It happened this way, the story said in Bethlehem. People they came to praise his name in Bethlehem. Gifts and things and they're calling king in Bethlehem. But the baby's daddy heard them say, they're coming to take your son away. So they wrapped up the baby and they rode away from Bethlehem. It happened this way, the story say, the baby lay on a bale of hay. It happened this way, the story say, a long, long time ago. So the baby grew to a big, big nobody believe.